Hello and welcome, folks. Gather around and join me. Imagine a world where one drops don't take over the game on turn 1. MH sets don't come out to rotate your favorite format. You don't have 7 standard formats messing up everything and forcing you to spend hundreds of dollars basically every year. This, my friends, is the world of Prefire. Here we get to play classics such as Snapcaster Mage, Cryptic Command, and even, if you dare, Tarmogoyf, the one and only. So, join me as we play some matches of Prefire. Enjoy! The deck we'll be playing today is Bug Control. This is a deck that I have tried in actual Modern some many years ago. And what we're trying to do is we're just playing some good old value cards with the big one being Pulse of Murasa. Yes, this card can actually be reasonable in the Prefire format. So we're playing basically bangers all around. We have Tireless Tracker, Snapcaster Mage, Tarmogoyf, Scavenginus, classics such as Cryptic Command, where we get to mix them up with Jace the Mind Sculptor, Preordain, and some other cards that we're not really used to seeing. The idea here is we're playing a bunch of Assassin's Trophy and Field of Ruins, so we can eventually run our opponents out of basics. This is something that is actually fairly easy to do, so we don't need to try that hard before that happens. Yeah, we're going to be playing some discard spells, some nice and interactive magic with removal spells, counter spells, which it's, you know, a little bit of a difference in power level compared to we're accustomed to in current Modern, but yeah, you know, Mana Leak is back. Remand is also quite solid in this format, but so hopefully you join me as we enjoy these classic cards that we have all loved in the past. You will notice that we have a bunch of Surgical Extraction and Ravenous Trap. This is not because Dredge is one of the best decks in the format, so if not the actual best deck. So I'm preparing accordingly with, you know, a bunch of free interaction that we get to find with our Preordain. Very, very excited about trying this deck out. Looks like a ton of fun, and yeah, interactive magic. You can't get any better than that, so let's check it out. Alright, baby, time for some good, honest Prefire magic. Look at this hand. This is beautiful. Yes, I will keep this hand. Preordain, off a Water Grave, get my mana cooking. We got some removal, we have some threats that are fair. Nothing too broken. Nothing's gonna run away with the game. Just some good old honest magic. Let's see. Spiral of Canal. So this could be Phoenix. This could be Storm. Regardless what it is, Spell Pierce is probably gonna be pretty decent. So we're gonna keep that one. Definitely gonna be looking for a blue source on turn 2. Opt. Yep, definitely one of those archetypes. It's usually not, Spiral of Canal in particular is not a sign of Splinter Twin because those decks really care about their 4th land entering untapped to, you know, cast the card. Ooh, baby. Oh my god. Hell yeah. Is this the balance deck? Preordain. Honestly, I really need a blue source. This forest allows me Field of Ruin for a blue source at least. If they call me here, I'm gonna be in a lot of trouble though. This is the Restore Balance deck. So let's play Goyf, hold up Spell Pierce, Remand. Definitely not fighting over that. I could have Inquisitioned there, I guess. Definitely fighting over this one though. Simian Spirit Guide to pay? Oh my god. My opponent deserves the win. They are heroes. Wow. Alright. So I guess we're gonna spend this turn to Inquisition, and then I'm gonna destroy this with my... Oh, Electrodominance sucks for me. So let's get rid of that. I need a second green source, and I guess I need a second black source. So let's trophy the Foretold right now. Opponent's hand is Tolaria West, Preordain. There's the Preordain. Good thing for me is that Tolaria West needs to be done sorcery speed. So if they T-West for their thingy, Chandra, interesting. So let's cast a Goyf, pass the turn, holding up Snapcaster. So if my opponent goes T-West here, exile the top card. It's a Preordain. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Really trying to dodge that Restore Balance. So let's fetch on end step. Let's get another breeding pool. Tracker. Swing at Chandra. I think I'm just gonna Jace here. Although that runs into Remand, which I'm not super stoked about. But I think I have to because Jace doesn't get got by a Restore Balance. When it does have the Remand though. Very bad news. The Sensational Vision is kind of putting pressure on me though. And I don't really have that many cards. Like I have to actually hurry up here. I don't have that much time. That many answers either. One and up. Still have the Tolaria West in hand. Playing around Inquisition very well. It's Foretold. Please don't have the other piece. Whoa. Looks like they don't have the other piece. I have 2 Snapcaster trophy here. Blow up the Foretold, and we are still very much in hope my opponent doesn't have it territory. 4 turns for Gargadon, 2 turns for Visions. Field of Ruin. Let's swing for 7. Notably, my opponent can fizzle my Field of Ruin by sacrificing their land to Greater Gargadon. They so desire. I think I have to cast this Jace though. Draw 3. Okay. I think got Electro Dominance in end step. Their own Jace. That's quite the bad news. Okay. So we're still doing stuff. Trophy's nice. So I swing. I'm gonna send back the push and I guess one of these Cavengenuses. I think I need to swing at them and then an upkeep trophy. Echoing Truth, the Jace. So that bounces my opponent's own Jace as well. Okay. My plan here is gonna be, because otherwise I would shuffle the top of their deck where they left the bad cards. So what we're going to do here is we'll end up trophying the Gargadon when it comes down, I guess. But I do think this, I don't think we're gonna win this, but I do think that it gave me the best shot. Jace. Oh, okay. This is super interesting. Do they just have nothing? Let's activate this on end step to see what my opponent does. I should have targeted one of the untapped ones. That was bad of me. Whoa, they just don't have more fetchables? Okay, there you go. Okay, so they figured out that they could do that. Think that maybe they were just F6 or something. I don't need to fetch because the top of my deck has been shuffled. It's not a great draw though. I will shoot at the Jace, see if that resolve. Bolt on the Snapcast. So let's play the Goif. Guess we're just going to field one of these sources. It's going to put the Gargadon into play. What to do here is very interesting because there's the Gargadon coming up. So I kind of want to kill this Jace, but I mean, no, I think it's good to do this because the Gargadon can't actually attack. Now to think about it, because this Goif is lethal and I can take a hit. So Jace down, Gargadon's coming out to play, and I can resolve my own Jace, bounce the Gargadon. Oh, they showed me Bolt though. I don't think I play around Bolt though. I think if they have Lightning Bolt, we're just, here's the Jace, bounce the dude, and attempt to swing. Wow, my opponent really whiffed that game. They whiffed so hard. Now we're bringing Surgicals, we're bringing Spell Pierces, Thought Seizes, Decay. Yeah, we're in such better shape. Trap doesn't do anything. Scavengers is bad. Pulse of Morass is bad. Pushes are horrendous. Literally no targets in the deck. Liliana Last Hope, I guess it's interesting because I can just play her out and then just start plussing. It's something my opponent needs to respect. Mana leaks are good. Let's actually go with 3 Surgicals. And we can maybe cut 1 Cryptic. Oh, let's actually cut Jace. Let's cut the trackers. Submitted wrong. 59 card deck. Yeah, unfortunately this is allowed in because we're playing like a non-existent format basically. And I'm definitely keeping this hand. This is great. I mean, it's not really that big a deal. I should have 2 Cryptic commands. But in the for fun lounges, which is where we're currently playing, there's no rules. Like you can present illegal decks, or I guess technically illegal decks. I'm definitely scared of the Spirit Guide, so I'm just gonna go with Inquisition right now. Take a peek. Yeah, we're taking the as foretold. It's a little bit awkward because now I'm in a spot where like they can, if I were my opponent, I would have definitely suspended Visions on 1. Now we get to play a Goif, get the clock. Oh, they found us Foretold. That's so bad for me. Good old Thoughtseize bug. If I were my opponent, I would just restore balance right now. Just sack my entire board. No questions asked. Yeah, I think this is definitely the right play. Sacrifice all lands or creatures, and I'm going to keep a Preordain, and I guess I'm going to keep Assassin's Trophy so that I can potentially blow up these as Foretold. But I need to find another blue source. Maybe I should have taken the restore balance and then just try to deal. I mean, I feel like it kind of doesn't really matter. There's an island. It sucks because I cannot trophy off that island, but okay, so we found some lands. There's at least that. Here's my green source. What's the best timing for trophy and play around remand? Probably my opponent's upkeep. Second as Foretold. That sucks for me. Extremely bad news for the good guys. So I guess I'm going to pivot now. We're gonna preordain. Obviously, I'm dead to Tulira West or another restore balance. But this preordain potentially helps me find surgical extraction. Move on to the next game. Let's sideboard properly. And I think I'm gonna bring in the last copy of surgical. And let's do 2 chase, 2 cryptics. Now we're good to go. No lander. Ship it. Okay, sounds pretty good. So keep this, bottom the decay. Now let's get a water grave. Guess we're taking the as fortolds. Opponent can cast either, so do have preordain. When it goes with one top, one bottom. Suspend the Gargadon. And on my opponent's end step, I'm just going to surgical the Foretold. Usually I take a screenshot whenever I surgical my opponent. And they call 3. Actually, I'm going to leave the one in the graveyard because my opponent can't get it back and potentially grows my Tarmogoyf. Breeding Pool, untap, play a Water Grave, pass the turn. And opts on end step. Preordain, lay out the Relic. I think we mana leak this because I really want to tap out for Jace next turn. Lay out Steam Vents. Did not know about that one. Definitely want to first plus my opponent, and they're gonna draw a Remand. And now that we are Lightning Bolt proof, I'm gonna start to do some cooking. Brainstorm O'Clock. Goyf action. Goyf. One remands, and we pass the turn. Notable thing here is that opponent can Electrodominance at instant speed, so it's kind of a big deal. Good surgical here. There's nothing too surgical, so not gonna do anything. It's kind of interesting whether I want to Field of Ruin on end step. Actually, I made a mistake last turn. I should have Inquisitioned. Let's draw 3 again. Once again, return the Goyf, lay out the Tarmogoyf, send it back. Electrodominance X equals 2. Gonna let that resolve. They could bait me with a Lightning Bolt here, but now because I took the Restore Balance from their hand, I can mana leak it. Because otherwise, if I counter the Electrodominance, then my opponent in Electrodominance, and obviously they could have like second Electrodominance, second Restore Balance in hand, in which case we're screwed. But now I got both the Electrodominance and the Restore Balance out of my opponent's hand, which is obviously puts me in a better spot. They still haven't done anything with this Toldaria West. One of their cards in hand continues to be that. Okay, finally played out. Keep on drawing cards. Going for 7. We're definitely gonna got super lucky to win game 1. I think I'm gonna do this right now. Main phase. I just realized that this is killable by Lightning Bolt. My mistake. Gargadon continues to tick. These Goyfs are also kind of ticking. They transmute or Restore Balance. This time, we untap. I mean, they don't have any 0 mana counter magic, so I think we're good here. I'm gonna do the same thing that we did before. Electrodominance resolves, mana leak the counterbalance. This should be a good game. Good, fun, and interactive Magic the Gathering. And this deck is so sick. So now we have access to Spell Pierce, Snapcaster, mana leak. This is like the dream. Now opponent can sack their entire board to get the Gargadon into play, and then we trophy it. This deck is cool. Ancestral results. There's nothing they can do of the they can draw off the ancestral that beats me. All right, cool. That was fun. That was very, very fun. This deck is just so cool. I love this deck. Round number 2. Green cards and no green mana. Let's shape that. This looks better. Huh. What to bottom though? Fatal Push, Tracker, Mana Leak. Well, I think I bottom the push. Let's bottom the push. Like in the blind, push is more likely to be dead. Basic Swamp. That's literally the dual line that I was gonna go fetch, so. This is nice because we saved the Misty for Tracker. And go turn 2 Island. And I guess we just say go. Oh damn, opponent cycle the Horror of the Broken Lands on my end step. Leaving end. So I guess we just hold a mana leak. Would love to dodge Fulminator Mage. That's pretty good draw. Good old Living End. Second Horror. And the Carabid. This looks like just like classic old school Living End. Probably Fulminator Mage here. Indeed. I don't think we can counter this, so we're gonna have to let that go. Let's play an island and pass the turn. Street Wraith. No land drop is big. No land drop is definitely a big deal. So I guess we're gonna be fetching for basic forest, so we don't get fulminated again. Exile Living End. Yeah, so I guess I fetch a basic forest and a basic swamp. We blow up the stomping ground. Now we continue to hold up mana leak. So what I'm gonna start doing is just trophying my opponent's basics, I guess. So let's preordain. Oddly enough, this suspended Living End is a very big deal. So bottom, all of that. Another Jace is not great. Feels like we're just gonna get got here. What do I need to draw? So on instant, I'm basically going to blow up the... Now they have 2 greens, so I'm gonna blow up the Blood Crypt. Maybe don't have a basic mountain. This does give me... Okay, so only 3 basics. That's quite relevant information. Play land, and I guess... Let's start properly. We keep basics up, so Fulminator doesn't get me. But unfortunately, I think Yeah, this is just not gonna be good enough. They're gonna get too much power. Leaving it comes off suspend. And their mana leak is not gonna be good enough. Blow up my land, understandably. Now we have a big goif, but not much to do. So I'm just gonna Inquisition, I'm gonna concede. Demonic Dread, Spirit Guide, Trick Moss and stuff. So we want Surgicals, Sod Ceases, Ravenous Trap, Damnation to reset, I guess. Cut the Bushes, Scavenging Nooses sound good. Am I ever tapping out for Jace? Not really. I think I cut the Trackers instead. And pulls. Cryptic is fine. Mana leak. I feel like Jace kinda has to be my end game though. Oh, Spell Snare doesn't do anything. And maybe a mana leak. Nah, mana leak is fine. Let's cut a Jace. We're on the play. Fine hand. Let's keep it. Gonna prioritize basics if we can, but I mean it's rough. Let's get a Water Grave here. It's definitely gonna help unlock my mana. Great draw. Tarmogoyf. So now we have a clock. Obviously my opponent can like Simian Spirit Guide and kill my Goyf, but I only have to deal with a Monster Scarabid. Sounds doable. Let's play Misty and pass. We have double counter magic. If my opponent plays a Fulminator, I think I do counter it. Just let it resolve. Let's get a Breeding Pool. Pass the turn. Another land. So now we have Cryptic. I think I'm going to Surgical Fulminator on their draw step. I think it's likely they have another Fulminator in hand. And if that's the case, like now they're forced to do this. And I think I Spell Pierce. Obviously they can have Ricochet Trap plus Simian Spirit Guide, but they have that. They have that. So now we get to take a peek. They have Cerodon and double Demonic Dread. Pale Recluse, that's a card. Beast Within is kind of annoying. Now if we draw a Snapcaster, we basically win. Because we don't, or another Surgical. We don't have to worry about leaving it anymore. Also our mana is now unlocked. Get another Watery Grave and 3 Ricochet Traps in my opponent's deck. And they sided out their dude. So one thing I can do is I can just let my opponent resolve a Livident here. We have Jace, so I don't want to pollute a Delta. One takes 4 down 4. Beast Within my land. Interesting. So I guess if they have Ricochet Trap now I lose. They need to have Ricochet Trap plus the thing. The Simian Spirit Guide. And they had none of them when we took a peek. So I'm assuming we can counter draw to end this game. On to game number 3. I think this is fine. Maybe Spell Pierce on the draw comes in over Mana Leak. Wow, let's just cut the trophies. At least 2 of them. Bring in another Jace. Maybe Pulse of Murasa. Nah, Jace is better. Let's see. This hand looks quite good. We also get to fetch for some basics, which I do like. I think I'm kind of holding on to this. Like if my opponent cycle, I'm gonna shoot this Ravenous Trap as soon as I can. But I'm holding off of the Verdant Catacombs until I can't play it out, so... Okay, let's play Forest. If they cycle 2 cards, I can Ravenous Trap right now. Cerodon and nothing. I wonder if my opponent is actually playing around the trap, or it's just... I mean, it just didn't line up for them. Beast Within my land. I can just Mana Leak. The reason to Mana Leak here is I can just Domination to reset the board. So if my opponent combos here, I don't really care. So the Outburst, they play 2 dudes, like a mini Outburst, I guess. Kind of wish they had 1 more, actually. So play Delta, and I guess I can just play a Tarmogoyf. I could take 1 hit, because it is a little bit awkward that they have only 2 threats. So unless they cooperate with me and they cycle an end step, they don't play around trap, then we can't really do much. So I think I'm just gonna play out the Tarmogoyf. I can take the Cerodon hit, but I can block the Street Wraith actually. Take 6. Fetch on end step. We're gonna get a Breeding Pool, I guess. Untap. Let's Preordain. Jace. I could top both of these and just Jace minus on the Cerodon. I think I want to top both. So we block, untap, play a Black Source, fetch for a Swamp, Damnation. And if my opponent dares to cycle here on end step, we're having to strap them. They don't have it. Fulminator Mage. I'm gonna Mana Leak. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. I should have let the result. I may lose because of this. Oh, they don't have it? Because now they can go land into the thing. We got lucky though. So we just have nothing, huh? Let's just pass. We can activate Field of Ruin, plus we can Ravenous Trap. So let's get rid of the red source. We know they don't have another red source, so there's an island. Untap, spell pierce. Let's pass the turn. Let's pierce the beast within. They didn't pay for Mana Leak last turn when I was obviously protecting the land, so I don't think they have a way to punish me there. 3 mana, 4 mana. Suspend Leaving End. Okay, so now we actually know, because they have, if they have Seeming Spirit Guide plus, oh, that's a good draw. This is a good draw. Strong draw. We still have Ravenous Trap / Cryptic Command available. And now we are basically blanking this Leaving End too. It's looking good for us. Leaving End is gonna like kill my ooze, but it's actually going to bring back my Tarmogoyf, so it seems kind of fine. Demonic Dread. That's why my opponent wasn't doing anything. So let's exile this Cetodon, and now we trap. If they have another Leaving End, they can cast in response, but then the other Leaving End, when it goes off, it's actually going to reset this board. Ricochet Trap. Oh, that's very bad. Wow, I was not expecting. I did not even think about the fact that Ricochet Trap could do that. That's very cool. The good thing is that we're kind of okay here. Opponent has 0 cards in hand. We have Jace, which we will use to plus on my opponent. Horror of the Broken Lands. Pass the turn. I think I'm saving this Field of Ruin for when I brainstorm to shuffle. Brainstorm, Mana Leaks, not doing anything. Delta also not great. Destroy, Stomping Ground, get our land. Guess we preordain first. Thoughtseize, Scavenging Ooze. Definitely don't care for Thoughtseize. Scavenging Ooze, we're gonna have one, so I think we bottomed that one too. Surgical. Yeah, that's kind of nice. I guess we wait to see what my opponent does here. I think this Leaving End must be put on the stack. Oh, they choose not to. So I guess now I exile the Leaving Ends, and then I can bounce this. Shriekmaw. Oh, they only have 2 Leaving Ends. Ha! Alright, so this is looking good now. My opponent doesn't seem to have that much business. We bounce draw. Get Overgrown Tomb tapped, and we're going to bounce draw. This allows my Jace to survive, and now we are just going to take over the game with Jace. Opponent has nothing better to do than to just recast Street Wraith. That's a fine draw if I've ever seen one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Damnation, just a 1-for-1, pretty clean. Obviously, I'm not gonna play the Tarmogoyf into the Shriekmaw that I know of, so we're just gonna hold up Snapcaster this turn. They drew a land, so that now this game's pretty much locked up. No cards in hand. 3 again. Shift that, and I guess the Misty. So I think we're just going to play Tarmogoyf. Then I'm going to Snapcaster, tap. Snapcaster Cryptic, tap and bounce. One doesn't have any more fetchables. The name of the game is very much protect this Jace. Choose a permanent. Tap dudes. My opponent's best possible draw, I guess, would have been another Shriekmaw. Now I think what we do is we shuffle and we just get another green source, I guess. But I'm going to Snapcaster, give Damnation flashback. And then I'm going to use Jace to bounce my own Snapcaster again. Might as well swing with the Goyf. And this Jace card is pretty good. This Jace card, quite strong. Surprising amount of evasion on my opponent's threats. We even have enough mana to play another one of our Goyfs. This was cool. This was a cool match. Okay, one is dead now. We just start plussing them. Can you imagine if like they draw a card that they have in the graveyard? Horror actually doesn't work for me. Both times that I plus them, they had horror on top, which is funny. I'm honestly not even sure what to do with this Snapcaster Mage. I guess I just preordain, looking for another Cryptic Command, but I don't really have that much business in my graveyard. I'm kind of interested in Shriekmaw getting out of the picture, so I think I'm gonna Surgical the Shriekmaw, and Trophy is a fine card to leave on top. So in draw step, I'm just gonna Surgical the Shriekmaw, and we should be good to go. I don't think my opponent's gonna have any more outs at that point. Not that Shriekmaw is really an out, more so that it's just the correct play. Alright, that was fun. We got there 2-on-1. Alright, playing against Tom. This looks pretty good. We have interaction for turn 1, whether he's playing some Fatal Push pushable deck, or whether he has an inquisitionable deck. So that this covers us pretty well. Turn 1 Blacklit Cliffs go. He's probably playing Mardu Pyromancer. He loves that deck. What do we have here? Blood Moon, Brutality. I think I take the Blood Moon. I'm gonna take the Brutality because I can Mana Leak or Trophy the Blood Moon, both of which are reasonable. So seems better for me. Tarmo Goofy. Definitely play this out. This allows me for both alternatives, either Mana Leak or Trophy. He correctly does nothing in my land, and I'm gonna pass the turn. So now I don't care about the Blood Moon at all, because I can just Field of Ruin one of his lands on end step, and that just enables my Trophy. So we're looking pretty decent here. Gonna do this right now. Get the basic forest. Second island's not terrible. So notably, this works pretty well here. His Lightning Bolt cannot kill this Tarmogoyf because it's gonna become a 3-4. Of course he knows that. Inquisition. Yeah, that's fine. So that's probably gonna take the Mana Leak, but again, we don't really care. I guess maybe he doesn't take the Mana Leak because he can just play around it. He's got enough lands. So I was kind enough to ramp him. No, but he does take it. Okay. I don't even need Blood Moon to blow up the Blood Moon. Look at that value. It's an untapped land. So I could just destroy this because it grows the Goyf. Do I even care about doing that? I think I just pass because this answers Bedlam Reveler. I can at least delay the decision one more turn. This hand does look quite decent against his. Another Inquisition. He's probably going to take the Trophy. I still don't think I destroy the Blood Moon. I'm kind of hanging out here. As long as he doesn't have an answer to this Goyf, we're kind of cooking. His Call Against Command. Okay, not much I can do about that. K command plus bolt. Sucks. Ooh, that's good. I was gonna say that sucks a little, but no, it doesn't suck anymore. So we immediately plus Thoughtseize. Do I want to bottom that? I think I don't. I think we just hang out here. Him drawing a Thoughtseize, that gets rid of the Trophy, but we have an active Jace, so don't really care too much. This is a nice pickup. Now we get to Brainstorm. Put that on top, and I guess the push on top. We're gonna go Tracker like this. Play my land. We're going to Preordain. Probably bottom both of these. Another Tracker's not bad. Pass the turn. Jace plus double Tracker. Even if he Thoughtseize is here, he kind of has to take the second Tracker. Otherwise, I'm gonna run away with this game very quickly. Even something like Bedlam doesn't really do that much. Dreadbore. Aw, man. He does not Thoughtseize, interestingly. That's a card. So let's preordain first. I definitely want a land. So play Tracker, play land, send the turn back. Maybe I should be cracking main phase to play around another Call Against Command. Not expecting Dreadbore. This is probably a 1-off, maybe a 2-off. This is gonna be a Brutality. It is Brutality. So this is just a duress. So we're just gonna let that resolve. He probably has to take the pulse. Takes the Trophy. Very interesting. Okay, I guess he's gonna take both. So we're both in top deck mode, but I have a Tireless Tracker and he doesn't. I also have more lands than he does. This is nice. So Snapcaster cover most things here. A little bit interested in blowing up this Blood Moon because that unlocks my fetch land and my Field of Ruin, which is 2 cards. Could also Snapcaster the Pulse to speed up the clock. Just passes the turn. What to do? I think I do go for the draw 2. So Trophy, blow that up. And do I play around removal? I think I don't. I do. No reason not to, really. That's a nice pickup too. It's a fetch. We're gonna field right now. Get my basic. Another clue. Fetch for another basic. And one more. Is this lethal? 6, 1, 2, 3. It's not lethal. I guess I'm so far ahead I might as well do that. Oh, I tapped my only green source. That was a mistake. I meant to tap the swamp. I mean, I don't think it matters too much, to be honest. I think we are in good shape against his one card. If he does come back into this game, that's gonna be a heck of a comeback, let me tell you that much. Alright, so maybe it's black-red Pyromancer, it's not even Mardu. I actually don't like leaks here. I think Decay is fine. I do love Liliana. Damnation is interesting. He definitely has... Oh, I definitely like explosives. He definitely has... what's his name? The like Faithless Looting and the Pyromancer, and he definitely has Reveler. The question is whether he has the other stuff, if he has the like Lingering Souls and whatnot. So I do like Spell Snare, not so keen on Spell Pierce. This game is gonna go really long. Fatal Pushes, I guess I probably need. I don't think I care for Surgical. Maybe another Jace is cool. Got one Cryptic. All the removal is nice. Pulse, Tireless Tracker, Tarmogoyf. All of these cards are fantastic. I do like Damnation as it answers, what's his name, the Reveler. Maybe I just got... I'm a little bit too heavy on 4-drops. Maybe that's fine, though. Jace is... I guess I don't like Jace so much on the draw. I guess on the draw, I like Cryptic is triple blue, never mind. This is fine. I do still want the Singleton Cryptic, though, because it can get me out of some sticky situations. And, you know, having Snapcaster, just having a Singleton Cryptic can be very valuable. His hand looks fantastic. Yeah, keep this. Question is whether I go for basic or not. I think I do. Just turn 1 Forest, turn 1 Swamp, turn 2 Forest, or turn 2 Island. Turn 1 Nile Spellbomb. Okay, so let's get a basic Swamp here. And Inquisition. Colligan's Command and Young Pyro. Let's take the Colligan's Command. Always gonna go for the 2-for-1 here. If he wants to sandbag the Young Pyro, I'm kind of into it. Notably, we have Pulse here. He does answer it with Spellbomb, which is a little bit awkward, but his hand is Meyer. Oh, it's actually Young Pyromancer, it's not the Colligan's Command. I don't think he has Blood Moon anymore, actually. So I'm gonna go get Breeding Pool. I may get punished by this, but I think this is fine. We're gonna decay here. But I don't want to be stuck with just not being able to cast his preordains. Obviously, he can just go Swamp into the other thing, but he fetch for... He had Mire and he fetch for Cliffs instead of going for the other thing or the basic. So I think it's likely that he just does not have Blood Moon in the deck. Probably going to attempt to sandbag these preordain for... Oh, okay. Thoughtseize. So Bedlam Reveler plus X. Second Pulse. Not great in the first on the face of Denial Spellbomb. Definitely gonna bottom both of these. Looking for a land here. That's a land. Please don't Blood Moon me, Tom. Cycle Spellbomb and End Step, which is the right thing to do. He's fallen a little bit behind, so... Now I do get to fetch for a basic, then preordain. Next turn we get to cash in one of these pulses. So let's do that. It does keep him a basic, which I don't love, but it's okay. Preordain, Inquisition, I don't love. Tarmogoyf seems okay though. I'm gonna draw a 5-6. Seems acceptable. He probably has like Dreadbore and stuff, but it otherwise seems kind of tough for him to deal with a 5-6. Pulse Marasa is basically Colligan's Command, you know? Ooh, wow. They want to punch. This has to take the Goyf. Only 2 instant or sorcery, so this Reveler costs 6 right now. Takes the push. Very interesting. So here's a Goyf. Drew another discard spell and I drew the Goyf. He probably takes the Goyf just as a time walk. That gets him 1 mana closer to Reveler though. So I don't love that. Would love to find like a man. I guess I don't have Mana Leak, never mind. Blue Source is my best draw. Blue Source would be super sick. Okay. So I think I just swing. He's probably gonna chomp. But I have so much life here with these pulses that I think it's worth doing this. I'm gonna pulse Field of Ruin next turn. We want to dodge 1 removal spell. Removal spell would suck a lot for us. But I think it's better to spend this turn playing the tracker. Oh, he had enough? I guess I miscounted. Second hand was second. Oh, Bedlam. Nil Spellbomb. So I can actually trade this pulse for the field. This trades the pulse for the Nile Spellbomb. I think I'm kind of okay with this. Prevents him from drawing a card. And I guess we just chill. I don't want him to draw like a Colligan's Command or something. He draws Liliana. That's pretty good. Going to sack the tracker with this current board state right now. Liliana's quite strong here. Man, I really would love to draw land. He may plus. What does plussing do? Plussing forces me to discard probably the Cryptic Command. Leaves him with no cards though, so I don't think plussing is the line. Yeah, so it's just minuses. Bin the tracker. Oh, Dreadbore is the last card. Yeah, that Reveler was very kind to him. Very, very kind. Okay, so I'm too far behind at this point. Like I spend a turn like using Pulse, and then by that time Liliana already it can minus. Man, we really were missing that land. I feel like with that land we would have been in totally fine shape. This sounds like a good setup though. Maybe the Spell Snare sucks. I don't think Explosives is better than my other options. Cryptic, Mana Leak. over spell snare. Maybe I have too many pushes. Could see that. Let's bring in cryptic command number 2 and second push for a mana leak. I think I like this. Liliana does line up really well against young Pyromancer. Wanna be on the play this matchup. Man, this one lander not gonna cut it. I like this one. This is a very, very fine hand. I think I send the breeding pool. I don't think I can go fetch 3 basics, so I guess I'm gonna bottom the Misty Rainforest so I can play breeding pool on 1, which is probably what I'm fetching. Actually, no, I'm not fetching breeding pool. I'm fetching one of the other duels, so I'm just gonna keep the 3 fetches. I need a black duel on 1 for this Liliana. Turn 1 looting. First time they draw it. Maybe they do have Lingering Souls. Yep, he definitely has Lingering Souls. 2 of them to be more precise. Let's get the Water Grave here. Untap, that's not bad. Send the turn back. Probably gonna get another duel with this one. Just flashes back. Okay, so let's go Overgrown Tomb. No, I'm gonna get Breeding Pool. And then I'm gonna get Basic Swamp with Polluted Delta. And we can drop this Liliana. Liliana plus. Of course, he has multiple ways to answer this. There's Threadbore, there's like Ping plus Lightning Bolt. But it's, regardless, it's like a fine play here, I think. Forces him to do something about it. He can't just like sit around. He has the Lightning Bolt. That sucks for me. That was a very good exchange for him. So Tracker, land, hold up Spell Snare, I guess. I don't think I can spend a turn trophy in the young Pyromancer. That's like too bad. I just have to hope that he goes for a 2-drop. That's not, it's very much not a 2-drop. Ugh, gross. Super gross. Field. So I'm gonna discard the trophy to Liliana so that I can Snapcaster the trophy. He does not attack, dude. He's good. This guy knows what's up. This Tom Metelsky dude, he's alright. Flashback Souls, so many dudes. I really need to find Damnation here. Gonna let that go. Doesn't plus. Okay. I think I want to get another island here. Or another green. Let's get another green source so that I can push into, what's his name? Into like a Goif or something. So I can a trophy into Goif or something. Now, these are not great. These are most certainly not great. So let's trophy the young Pyro. Send it back. I don't think I care for trophying the Liliana. Discard. Spell Snare. So let's Snapcaster. This is so bad. These are such awful exchanges for me. Escape command. Okay, so he makes me this card and shocks, but now I can draw. I use my last card, which is the trophy, and I can now draw Damnation. This is a 1-turn clock, however, so I need to top deck Damnation right now, or like a cantrip into Damnation. But this is not looking good. He did really well to just not. I think that's overextending. Like, obviously, he doesn't know that I have Damnation, but that was really nice. All right, I think that young Pyromancer wasn't necessary because like the only way that I don't lose is literally Damnation. Maybe he was playing around Engineered Explosives, that could be it. But yeah, that was pretty good. That was really cool. This Mardu Pyromancer seems like a very well-rounded deck in this format. So it's also one of Tom's favorite decks of all time. So excited that he gets to play it. Lots of fun, super interactive Magic. All right, see you for the next round. And there you go, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. This is a very cool deck. I enjoy this deck very much. I have tried it in the past in Prefire in a video that I recorded but never actually released. So I wanted to this time around release it for sure, even though I wasn't actually able to play all of my matches. But yeah, you can expect some Prefire content coming up in this channel every so often. So yeah, if you are interested in joining Prefire, make sure you check out the Discord down below. And I'll see you for the next video. Take care and bye-bye.